Hello and welcome to my ever messy art studio. My name is Keeks and today we're going to be working on artist trading cards. There is a swap going on in the 6:5 ATC swaps group, and it is called the Forest Flora swap. And on this one you can use any mediums except for AI art, and you just make 6 cards. One is going to be for the hostess and the other 5 cards will be for trade. And this one's due on September 13th of 2025. And I've decided that I'm going to use my guide to Missouri's edible and poisonous mushrooms, and I'm going to do 3 edible mushrooms and 3 poisonous mushrooms. I think that would be really fun to do for the swap. So let's go ahead and get started here. So what I think I'm going to do is just kind of look for 3 of them that catch my eye. So we've got puffballs. The pear-shaped one might be fun. So let me move this over here so you can actually see it. So we've got puffballs, the pear-shaped one, shaggy mane, coral fungies could be fun. I definitely want to do a morel of some sort. I think that would be fun. We could do a chanterelle as well. Maybe one of the orange ones. The orange ones would be really fun. Ooh, and we've got bearded tooth. So we've got lots of cool options. I definitely know, I think I want to do this pear-shaped puffball. That kind of looks fun. So let's try that one out. And what we're going to do is first I'm just going to kind of draw out what one looks like, just so I kind of have an idea. So I'm going to do a big old circle. Roar. And then I'm just going to kind of do that, and that's the basic shape here. I think I'm going to go ahead and use my Arctics markers for this. I think that just kind of makes more sense to do, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's take a look here. So we need kind of a tan color to start, or we could even start with like a green in the background, really, because it's pear. Let's do this one. So this is number C64, so it's kind of an olivey green color. And I'm just going to do the whole mushroom in that color to start out with, because I want that to be like the base. Guess I should have done a background color, huh? Oh well. We can always add a background to it afterwards. Okay, so we've got a nice color going on there. And then let's see here. We need to lighten up the bottom a little bit. So let's use, this is kind of like a lighter green. Let's see what it does. Might not be the right shade, so we'll just kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. So it's not a bad shade. We're just lightening it up a little bit. Just like that. And then I want to use kind of, let's see here. I'm going to use C63 and do some dots up here. These are green dots, and then afterwards I'm going to add the brown ones. It's just like little dots for spores, it looks like. And we're going to use like a light brown. Let's try this color and see what happens. Okay. Yes, that's not too bad. And then maybe like a light gray or something just to brighten it up a little bit. Just getting all kinds of spores in here. So I think that looks pretty good. I do want a background of some sort, so I might use like a Tombow or something. Or we could even do like lichen and stuff around it. Let's see here. Let's do, I've got a few different greens here. Let's kind of get those out. Is it the same or a different one? It might be the same. No, they're different. Okay, whatever. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as like a faint background. And just go all the way around the card with this color. And next time I'll actually put the background on first, so we don't have to worry about doing it afterwards. I just didn't really think about it. My bad. I love this green. I often use this green as like a background on stuff. It's a green that at first I really didn't think I'd be able to see until I put it all together and then realized it's pretty freaking awesome. Okay, so we've got that, and then let's go ahead and start adding our lichen. Be a little bit of a light color, but that's okay. And we're just going to be really, really loose and really scribbly, because I think the lichen will show up better if we do it like that. Ooh, I love that. That looks really good with it. And we're going to do a little bit over it just so that it gets really messy and yummy. We like it. All right. And then I'm going to use black Tombow, and above I'm going to write about it. So we're going to say pear-shaped puffball. Pear. Oh yeah, I do have the other side. I always forget about the other side to this. Pear-shaped puffball. Edible. Edible Missouri mushroom. When fried. There we go. So we've got the pear-shaped puffball, edible Missouri mushroom when fried. So I got where it's from, what it is. Excuse me, I got thirsty. So that's gonna be our first one. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it off to the side so it can dry. And then we'll get our second one. And for the second one, let's do, let's do a morel mushroom. I think that would be really fun. So for a morel mushroom, let's go ahead and start with a really dark color first. Because I feel like if we start with a dark color, then we can lighten it up as we go. And we'll keep our lichen pins over here. And I want to do this background color in all of them because I feel like that works really well with mushrooms. Maybe we can do this green for edible mushrooms and the red for not edible mushrooms, for like poisonous mushroom. That'd be kind of a cool touch. Green is you can eat it, and then like the red or pink background for poison. There we go, that looks, oops. It's okay, that part will be covered with lichen, so we won't be able to see it. There we go. All right, so then let's do kind of like a weird, wonky shape. Like that. And then we need to make a stem of some sort. And the stems are pretty light, it looks like. So it's maybe not quite that light. That's pretty light. I think I want a darker color than that. Let's see, they don't have very many light browns in this one, so I'm gonna use this color again. See if maybe we can do this with it. Like that. Go up a little bit, there we go. And then we can do slightly lighter color and come in here and start making wonky lines. Like that. And then we need another color in there, so I'm going to use that yellow that I tried to use before because I think that's going to be light enough. Yeah, that's going to look good. I like that a lot. Okay. So we've got that. Now we can go back and make our lichen. So once again, I'm going to do it very scribbly, because I want it to look like it's on a forest floor. We're just gonna go through here with a bunch of different greens. Really loved what this green did last time. Yeah. Gosh, that's a really cool green. I've got this one. Like that. And we're gonna call this one Common Morel Mushroom. Common Morel. Edible Missouri Mushroom. And then let's see if it has anything cooking wise about it. Find a lot you can try them. The traditional way is to roll them in cracker crumbs and deep fry. And the reason why I said when fried with the other one is I don't want people to think that these are like psychotic mushrooms or something like that. I'm really going for like edible mushrooms. Okay, so we've got that one now. And then we've got, let's see here. Next one I want to do I think is going to be a chanterelle. Chandrel, and I want to do this really pretty orange one. I think that would be really cool. So once again, we're going to do our card in green. I think I kind of like it better whenever I do it closer together like that. It gets a little bit darker. Otherwise, it's too light. There we go. Color it in a bit. All right. So for this one, we are gonna want this cool color here, and we're gonna go like that and kind of do like a crazy horn thing here. I realize I'm going kind of fast with this. I might do another swap on here that I'm going to be involved in to try and make up for that maybe. So let's see here. Here's some other colors we've got. So let's do an outline real quick. And I'm going to use this guy to outline with. Good, like that. And then I'm gonna kind of go like this so you can get the idea that there's a center to it. Something like that. And then we'll just make this a little bit lighter, like that. And we've got our cinnabar. I like that these are nice, quick, and easy because I mean, they're an ATC card, so you want them to be fun. Just fun and kind of light. All right, so we got that in there. So now we can go with our lichen. Oops. There we go, something like that. And this one is called cinnabar. Cinnabar. Chandrel. Edible. Missouri mushroom. Okay. So now we've got that one. I'll let that dry. All right, so we've got 3 edible ones. Now we need to go to the poisonous section. And here we go. Let's go with the balsamorel. Balsamorel looks pretty cool here. And we're gonna do that card in a pink background because that's gonna stand for our red here because I don't really have a red combo, but I got pink. And that's how we're gonna differentiate them. All right, just like that. And then we're gonna want to bring back out this orange color and something kind of tannish. We'll go with that. Let's see what we can do. So this one is kind of a weird shape. So we're gonna color it in. That. And we're gonna do all those loopy things to it. Like that. Now this one doesn't have any light in there like the other one did, so I'm not gonna do that. Instead, we're just gonna put the stalk on it. Like that. And then we're going to do our lichens. We're gonna put on this one the false morel. False morel, which is a poisonous Missouri mushroom. Okay, so we've got that one. I don't know, should I do red around that one? Just to give it kind of a grumpy look. Let's do it. Because I don't know that that orange is as dark as I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna kind of do that with it. You can kind of see the orange in the background. It's okay to go back and change stuff if you're not sure about it, for sure. Okay, so we've got our first poisonous mushroom. And then the next one we can do, we've got little brown mushrooms. That could be interesting. Looks like those are growing on wood. Yeah, let's go for it because I don't have very many different mushrooms in here. So let's try the little brown mushroom. Just gonna go ahead and put our red background. And later on, what I'll probably do is I'll probably end up putting these in my journal too. You know, in my sketchbook journal, just because it is really fun to have these different mushrooms on there. Especially since they're from my home state, which makes them really exciting to me. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do like a cap. Maybe I'll round it a little bit. We can round our cap. That way we can get some of that good underneath part in there. Or maybe this is part of the underneath. So what we can do is put a darker brown over top, like this. And just kind of color it in real streaky, like that. And then we can go like this. This one's more white or yellowy, the stalk. So that's what we're gonna stick with, is like this. Something like that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And then we can add our lichens. That. And we'll put little brown mushroom, little brown mushroom, aka LBMs, poisonous Missouri mushroom. Don't want to eat that guy. Okay. So we got him. And now we're on to our last one here. So we need our red. For poison. We've got jack-o'-lanterns, or we've got the green spored Leopeta. I think we're gonna go with the Leopeta one. I'm gonna use a yellow and a white, I think, on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the main mushroom pieces in yellow. And then I'm gonna go back over in white. And then that way it just kind of gives it a little bit of depth. Come on, white. There we go. I don't think the paint's dry yet. Yeah, it's just peeling off the top there, so I don't think that that is quite dried yet. Oops, see, because the white's working on my finger. They're just not working here. Maybe if we streak it. There we go. That's at least something. And then we will just go ahead and put our lichens. And then we'll say that this is the green spored, Lepiota poisonous Missouri mushroom. Okay, so let's just kind of do a recap of all these awesome ATCs that we've made together. We've got our pear-shaped puffball, our common morel, cinnabar chanterelle, the little brown mushroom, or aka the LBM, the false morel, and the green spored Leopodia, or Leopoita, I guess it's called. So hopefully this was fun to watch. I do have some other swaps to do. Like I think the next swap that I need to do is mama and baby animals, so I'll probably just film that separately because I see that this is already 30 minutes. So if you stuck with me this long, thank you so much. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for returning. And if you're new here, please welcome. I'd love to have you back sometime. My name is Keeks, and thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.